So we have Dhyaan with us here today on So What's Next, and we're going to talk about how to become a DJ, what it's like becoming a DJ. You're a music producer, you're a DJ, as well as you're a singer, right?
Yes.
Welcome to the show, man. Happy to have you here.
Let's go. Thank you so much, Yashas, for having me. It's my pleasure to be here. Let's just dive right into it.
Bro, so tell me, what drove you towards being a DJ? Like, I have not seen people that when they want to decide what they want to be, they say like DJ very often, right?
Yes.
So I think that's been the case with you, where someone asked you what do you want to be, and you just said you want to be a DJ. So what was the reason for that?
Okay, so I was pretty much into music like from my childhood. Like I used to I've learned instruments and stuff, and then but I also sing as well. But I didn't want to be known as a singer. I did want to be known as a for my music and stuff.
Yeah.
So what I found useful was if I want to present my music in and I was very much inspired by electronic music as well.
Yeah.
So like this 2013 and 14 stuff.
Skrillex, Hardwell,
that changed everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, DJing is the way to present my stuff to people. So that is how I
got into
DJing. Like there may be many factors like other people would be getting into it, but this was how I.
Bro, but did your parents always support it?
Yes, bro. My parents I'm not that much into my music as much as them, So
what are you saying?
Exactly.
Bro?
So they were the ones who, like my father especially, he was the one who insisted me to, pursue music. I was very this kind of guy, I was more into movies, gaming. Those teenage days where you just stumble upon things and you just try everything out. So I was also into basketball, bro. They were very supportive, and that is the first thing you need to
someone to believe in.
Most closed ones. If they support you, and there's no one you need support from. Honestly, actually, to be honest, that is the way to go.
No, so I think it's even confidence boosting, that at the end of the day when you go home, at least someone cares about what you're doing.
And in fact they supported me. It's not just about just agreeing with me doing music. They supported me literally. My father still till date he messages event companies, everyone from the relatives and stuff to check my work out, check my music out.
Wow.
Literally take phones from people and do that subscribe thing. And he's very much into my, because he wanted to do he loved music, but he never got the chance to really learn music. So it was at least my son is doing. So he sees that into me.
But also when you first start out as a DJ, it's very difficult for you to get gigs, right?
Yes, exactly.
So especially I think in a city like Mumbai, where there's no shortage of DJs, I guess. In urban cities there's no shortage of DJs. So when you come here or when you start out here as well, how do you get gigs in the first place in good clubs?
Okay, that's a very popular question, to be honest, because many people ask how do you really, and somewhere or the other I made it, so I can give my opinion on this. So how I actually started to getting gigs was real connections, to be honest.
Okay.
Because there are currently the DJing market is very saturated. There are a lot of good DJs available to play, so people have many options. But still, I started when I started I'm an Audio Cube student, so that's an academy I learned from. So there was one of my teachers, Smokey, she helped me to boost my she got me the first gig of my career. And Jay Weather is the another teacher of mine. So they were very prominent DJs in the DJ circuit. So they just they saw something in me, and they just pushed me.
They just kind of promoted you to get more.
And then it's gigs is all about, bro, approaching people, to be honest. I see, to be honest, I won't lie to you. I started playing for free. In my very beginning, I started playing for free because it was just about to show what I can do with my DJing, right? And it has to be different as well. Like that's a different part. Like even if you get 100 gigs, but if you don't do something memorable, then
nobody's
people
gonna remember you.
Like you can get 1 or 2 gigs by your connections, but then to carry it forward, you really need to. So yes, then I started approaching people, literally messaging people in their Instagram, and knowing the industry. And it's like getting gigs is not just about getting gigs, it's also about supporting other DJs, supporting other people. Like this Vishwa is my very very good friend, so I used to support him a lot, like you going to his gigs, meeting people over there, like telling them, like if there is anything I would really love to play for you. Yes, so that is how it works, like if someone refers you to like a certain place, then you have big chances to play in those venues and stuff.
But there's a reason why they would refer you, right? I mean, you
exactly
need,
so that is the
it's personal contacts.
Exactly. So
one, and second is like, unless you're like really good, they like it, they've heard it somehow, and then they can just say that, okay, there's this guy who plays very well. So that's like a circle of networks, like I said before.
Exactly.
Right?
And it's all about relations, good and it's not just for the sake of building relation with others, but like a genuine relation that you keep. Like it's not just work, but
like you're supporting
you're supporting each other.
I
because you just can't go alone. Like you need a group of people to support you, and then you can.
Bro, I think that's in every industry. Like when I look at stand-up comedians also, these guys are like very, like they're really supporting each other, and like they have their own network.
Because people don't understand that, like even if you're moving forward, like if others will move forward with you, like it's the same industry that's gonna go up.
Exactly.
Right?
And then everyone's gonna earn.
No one's different. Like it's you are from the same industry. Even sometimes what happens is like DJs also. Like if someone is playing, so people get jealous and stuff. But to be honest, like it's the same industry that's gonna go up if you are gonna.
Bro, it's like at the end of the day, you're creating a bigger pie, not only for yourself but for everyone, and then everyone's gonna at the end of the day have a chunk of it, So, bro, can you tell me this? If I'm starting out, how much does an average DJ earn in India? Like first you said free, but once you like get
to be honest, like once you like start getting paid, it totally depends on you. Like
how?
For me, like if you quote, like I started quoting around like 5k or something, then I went up to 7k 8k per night. Then if you realize your value, like that there is no DJ out there playing as good as you in the same rate. So it's obviously you need to increase it, but you can definitely make 8 to 10k per gig if you are known and a good.
Bro, so what do the top DJs in India own?
Okay, so
per gig.
So like I've heard about Nuclear. He makes he's the, I guess, the highest paying DJ. Like he makes around 25 lakhs per show.
Per gig, okay.
Per gig. So, but it's a whole experience, bro. It's a different level experience of visuals and. But like the biggest of them, like he's the biggest, like he's the biggest in our country. So he takes 25 lakhs.
But how much, like if let's say you're playing a gig, you're having a gig this Saturday. So how much time do you need to prepare for that gig?
Another thing, like it totally depends, because usually like if I'm playing a commercial hip hop kind of mainstream gig, there are no other songs because those are the same songs that people vibe to, and
commercial Bollywood, bro.
Exactly. So but if I'm playing a gig that's very much artist oriented, techno, or like if I'm playing a techno gig, there's always exploring in it. And also hip hop commercial also, like it totally depends. Like when I play, I also add some Indian stuff in it, and then some Indian hip hop as well according to my taste. UK Punjabi you can as well, like anything. But once your playlist is there, like you don't need to
modify
prepare
it
much.
again and
Like
yeah.
then you can just update it. Like if you find some tracks relevant to your
Yeah,
music, then you
yeah.
can add them to
Bro,
this.
so it's like for a techno gig, how much ever time you have is less, because there's always like
Yes,
you
there's
can create
always,
and create over there.
exploding.
But if it's like a commercial Bollywood or commercial hip hop gig, then you kind of you can make a playlist in 2 days also. Just make a list of all the
exactly.
trending or whatever songs.
And
are out
also like it still depends, because I've seen many DJs which with their Bollywood sets as well, play very varied sets when it comes to Bollywood.
there.
Because it's not just Bollywood, they mix all the other genres. Like they would mix techno as well with a Bollywood track.
Yeah.
So that way, like
you
you can kill it with your sets.
Bro, but
So
what
that's a
is-
whole different vibe when it comes to.
What is your
Bollywood sets.
process of creating a playlist
Okay,
of
so
let's say commercial Bollywood, for example?
So I'm a producer myself. I make my own mashups.
Right.
So what my process is, like I don't like usually play generic remixes and stuff. Like if I'm making something of a Bollywood track, I would, like I'm very much into house, I'm very much into trap music. So I would take a trap track, or I would take a house very famous or underground track, mix it with the Bollywood vocals, on top of it, and that
Customize
just
it.
creates a different vibe. So I play my own edit stuff. So 80% of my set consists of my own edits, my own mashups that other DJs don't play.
Yeah.
So that is how you make
differentiate
yourself as well. By ye isne kuch badaya, like it's a total different vibe.
Bro, but
So
like
that
there
way.
are a lot of chances also now that the crowd is not vibing to that. Like
Yes,
a lot of people don't understand trap
Exactly.
music or techno or whatever that you're mixing it with your current music, right?
Exactly.
So then what do you do, or what do you have to do in order to make them vibe during that party?
Exactly. So bro, like I myself am a firm believer of like playing the kind of music you want.
Yeah.
Like audience will always be varied, but as a DJ, what you need to understand is, like, if you're gonna play the things other DJs do to, you can like every DJs know what tracks to play and make people dance because he's a DJ. But I'm a firm believer of like playing something different, giving them something different. Like even if they don't dance, but they should tell you on your face like this was something different. And there is always this crowd. You will find your crowd. Like if you keep playing your stuff now, you'll find your crowd as well. And that is how you'll separate yourself as well, and be different from other DJs, and be able to do your thing. And there's always this thing, like you can always spin some mainstream tracks and get the crowd vibing, and then start your own stuff.
Yeah.
Then mix some of that in between, and then that is how the party goes on. So you can always do that.
Yeah. True, bro. But
Yes.
bro, are there like times where people are like frustrated and they come to you like, bro, ye gana baja de na, bro, wo kar de. So, bro, why don't DJs play that? What the audience is requesting.
Exactly.
I know there's a reason, like a very good reason for that, but I just want to know what's the exact reason.
So, what usually happens now, like people come up with random requests.
Yeah.
So people need to understand that a DJ has a pen drive.
Yeah.
And they have the songs in it. So every song couldn't be on the playlist even if they request. So sometimes what happens, like if like DJs don't have the music which people are requesting, so they aren't able to play. Sometimes what happens is, like if like there is a flow in a DJ set, like if like they are playing house music or hip hop music and someone would like request just a techno track from behind, so it would break the vibe as well.
Correct.
So sometimes what DJs do is like they would keep that in mind and play it in the later part of the set when that vibe works.
Got it.
So yeah, and usually what happens, like DJs, you need to, like the crowd needs to understand that DJs know their music better than any of the other people, right?
Fair.
So they have this flow, and when it breaks now, like you don't tell a singer what to sing, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
But you do tell a DJ what to play. So that's also a different thing. So yes, but it breaks the flow, and so that's why usually DJs don't take requests. But if it's a good place, good vibe, people usually don't come up with requests because they will enjoy the kind of music, because they are there for your music. They are not there to put their music in your set. So
bro, which is the best place you've played at? I mean, you'll always have these people who come up to you say ki ye baja do, but which is a place where people have really understood your vibe and they have not, I mean, they've gotten what you're playing and they have really vibed to that and you could feel the energy.
Okay, so that's there was this gig in Bits Pilani.
Goa?
Nahi, it was in this Pilani itself, like the main
Mumbai.
Pilani.
Okay.
There was their annual fest called OSS. I was playing before See Them Moth.
Okay.
So I played with this guy called Tabla Guy. If he makes tabla covers and stuff. He's very good at it.
Okay.
So we did a duo kind of set. So he was playing tabla and I was playing house music, and that was like the best gig of my life. More than 6,000 to 7,000 people, and it was crazy.
6,000 to 7,000 people.
Yes, and there are these gigs when like I also played this underground gig. Like I also played this gig at High Spirits.
Okay.
That was very good. Like it was an underground gig, but 100, 150, 200 people, but the vibe was crazy. Like you could spin any tune you want and people will
go
just
crazy.
Go crazy, because they are very accepting to the kind of music you play.
Yeah.
So yes.
And what's the worst place that you've played at? In terms of the people.
To be honest, bro, like the worst gigs I've played at are most of the private parties. That you play. Because it's all about playing people's tunes. And what happens is, like in private parties you have every kind of people. You will get people who listen to techno, you will get people who listen to hardcore Punjabi. So, and it's all about like people requesting you to play, and so private parties and this weddings and stuff are very difficult to me to play, to be honest, because I'm very much like centered around my music. Like I know what to play, but when they come up with requests and stuff, it just gets haywire. But yes, private parties are very difficult for me as of now.
So if you're partying or if I'm partying, tell me that which is the best place to party at apart from Goa?
Apart from Goa, bro, I guess it has to be Delhi.
Why?
Because the kind of it's the Delhi nightlife is very booming, bro. Because the thing is, there's every kind of music that's played in Delhi, and the Punjabi scene and the Bollywood scene, the techno scene is also very good.
Okay.
Apart from Goa, like if you are going for clubbing, like specifically nightlife, the biggest nightlife has to be Delhi.
Okay.
Like even bigger than Bombay, to be honest.
Is it just the people there in Delhi?
Like the energy is different. Like Delhi people, and like the energy in Delhi, because the thing is, there is very much of hip hop happening in North.
Like
very
Punjabi
good
music,
kind of hip hop, and people are making next level scenes, like hip hop wise as well, like techno wise as well. Like there are many venues in Delhi that play good techno music, and commercial music is also there. So
bro,
yes.
But I think
it's a booming nightlife, and people have money, to be honest. Like Delhi is very, very much into clubbing. Like in Mumbai you won't find people spending that much in clubbing, but in Delhi it's a different scene altogether.
Okay, so enough with the partying now. Let's get to the technical and the career part.
Exactly.
I want to ask you about what setup does a DJ require, and someone who's just starting out, who's going for a very minimalist approach. So how do they basically start out as a DJ?
Okay, so like first of all, to DJ you need a controller or a console to play on.
Yeah.
So the best like controller I would recommend people to buy is the Pioneer DDJ 400. Like I'm very big, being very specific, like technical wise.
That's good.
Like it's the cheapest controller out there available. Like it's around 25k or so, but it's the best.
Okay.
Like it is, the arrangement is like the same as the most expensive Pioneer models. Like it's not different. Like you just need a laptop, you just need a controller, a headphone, and a set of speakers to hear the music output. And then you can just connect that controller to your laptop, and like that's the most minimal setup a DJ can have, and it's a very affordable, bro. Like it's not, you can also, like, you don't need DJ headphones in the beginning, and also do it with this commercial headphones that are available in the market.
Okay. And bro, can you tell me this, what is sampling?
So sampling started I guess in 1990s के बाद या 19 उसके बाद. So what sampling means is taking the audio that's there, like taking the audio that's there and then presenting it in a different way.
Okay.
So if you have heard this song by Do It To It by Acraze.
No.
It's a house track. So what he did was he took a song from I don't know 80s or 90s, like very old song. He took the vocals out from it. It was very retro kind of song, and then he took the vocals kind of it, put it in a house track, and then it went on.
Bro, Metro Booming does that.
Exactly. So that's what sampling is. Like hip hop, it's very
Hip-hop
much
it's very common.
it's very common in hip hop, like sampling, using samples in different tracks. So that is how that is what sampling works, and it does wonders, bro. As you Bazigar में भी, like you heard the Bazigar sample, like just that sample. There is nothing else used in the song, but if you hear that sample and then the track starts and
but a lot of DJs, they like, it's not necessary to have a technical know-how of music, right? That you need to understand musical terms like G chord, E chord, like guitar terms, whatever, all the instruments that are there. So because you're just basically understanding the vibe that the audience is on, and you just play songs that are, I think, relevant or that they know of, and you play that. So does actually knowing about musical terms or instruments and all help you in becoming a better DJ?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I would like 100% agree to this, because what happens is, like, even if you wanna be a DJ, like even if anyone else wants to be a DJ, like I don't think it would take more than 6 to 7 months to like get the basic aspects cleared. But what happens is like every other DJ is gonna play those tracks. To be honest, bro. Like even if you take any other DJ, he's gonna play, he or she is gonna play the tracks that you know have it in your playlist. But what happens is, once you start understanding the musical aspects of making a song, like making your own song, making like the kind of sound that you want to put out, not the sound that everyone else is playing. So it's very important, to be honest, it's very important to be a producer, and then like start. So in in abroad, like in countries like UK and Amsterdam and all those the big DJs that we talk about, listen to right now, those guys started with not with playing DJing, gigs. They started with producing in their studios, and then their tracks went viral, and then their following increased, and then they started playing their shows. So what happens is, you don't first point, you don't need to play any other tracks. You'll just be able to play your tracks, and that's a different feeling overall, because it's your music, the music that you created in a room, and then it goes to lakhs and lakhs of people, and that is, I guess, that is the correct way to approach DJing. Like you need to start producing as well. Like what happens is now, bro, like as a DJ, you have a very hectic lifestyle as well. You go to clubbing, you play to massive chunks of people, and you would be used to it. And then sitting in a studio producing. So that's a very difficult part,
True.
for a DJ to produce. So there's this way, like if you start producing first and then if your tracks, go viral, it will, like some or the other day, if you start making original music, some or the other day it will hit.
It will
like,
go.
And at least even if it doesn't go to massive crowds, but it will go to the crowd that you're meant.
Bro, but I'm
hit,
curious to know that why aren't people in India doing this? Like, why aren't they starting out with producing music first and then
There are people.
Most
but
of the people.
Most of the people, what happens now, bro? Because see, like DJing is very this thing, like even if you see someone DJing, you will be like, oh, bhai,
He's controlling
so
the
good.
vibe.
He's
Yeah.
controlling the vibe. Like
I
I wanna be a DJ,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they don't understand. Like, it's not just about being a DJ. It's about putting music out. You know.
Yeah.
And also the musical understanding makes a lot of difference. You
Yeah.
know the kind of vibe you are playing. You know the tracks you are playing. You're playing your tracks. People are enjoying it, singing to it.
Yeah.
You're working with. Then the musical aspect comes. You are working with musicians. You're producing.
Yeah.
You're working in studios, and that's like lifestyle wise also, like it's a very good way to approach, because you'll be doing quality stuff rather than playing anywhere or the other.
Bro, so when I look at like American rappers have turned into producers as well.
Yes.
Like for me, Drake is like he's the one who started with rapping, then he started creating his own production house and everything. Metro Booming, as we mentioned, he's done this. So I think that just creates a better legacy for you in terms of music, and
Exactly.
more people can even follow you. You get a good name in the market as well for you. You earn whatever.
Also, and see, like earning wise, if you say, like, you also can release tracks, and like if Ritviz, I heard somewhere, like I read somewhere as well, he made more money from the royalties from the songs that he made than performing.
Yeah.
So that's a big achievement,
Yeah, bro,
like
genuinely.
financially, be like earning wise, be like if your songs do well, you're gonna get paid like regularly on a regular basis, and I guess you don't like you will only have to take quality gigs, and then you will not be free from just producing stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a passive income, right? So at the
It's
end,
a very passive thing, and
bro, when you look
Uh-huh.
at like global producers of music, and when you look at Indian producers, they've done well. Like let's say Nuclear, Ritviz, and all these.
Yes.
Guys. So what do you think there is a difference, and how do these guys, or even you for that matter, in the future, reach that global scale in terms of production, and then DJing maybe.
Yes, exactly. And music that the Indian music is going global.
Yeah.
Currently, like the sound, like this the stuff that Latin people did. Like Latin music is now
bro,
so
genuinely.
popular.
Bro, Punjabi music is so popular, bro.
Punjabi
man.
is so popular.
It's crazy out
it's
there.
Charting everywhere.
Like
And
there's a reason
even Punjabi
Diljit.
artists are performing outside.
Yeah, like bro, there's a reason
Big
Diljit Dosanjh performed at Coachella, right? So
Exactly.
I think Punjabi is already
and now
there.
is the time, because what is happening, like Warner Bros came to India.
Yeah.
So they are collaborating with people, so this King and the other guy, Jonas,
Yeah.
Nick Jonas.
Yeah.
So they both did a track together. Diljit, Tory Lanez,
Yeah.
then J Balvin, Badshah. So there is this thing, and it will happen. Like in, I guess, upcoming 2 or 3 years, it's gonna go global. And like if it's gonna go global, then the DJs would also benefit from it,
Definitely.
right? Like it's not just an Indian market that you're
Definitely.
covering.
And I think after that, people will start focusing more on producing good music rather than
Exactly.
just having these gigs, where you're just
Exactly.
performing other people's music.
Exactly.
Good conversation, man. So the last thing I want to ask you is that what is next for you in terms of a DJ or a music producer? What do you want to do?
All I wanna do is, bro, make some original music of mine. Make the music that I relate to. Like it's not about, to be honest, like I'm performing right now, but it's not about getting more gigs from now on. It's
Yeah.
all about making music, putting in those hours in studio, and making your music, even if it doesn't work at first, but it will.
Yeah.
Like that's the correct path to be on, and like that's the correct way to do it.
I'm very curious to know how much work like do you or does an average DJ need to put in a day or a week, for that matter?
Bro, I've seen DJs who don't really update their playlists and stuff, and I've seen DJs who every day come up with something new. Even if there is no new music, they would make something of their own, and
They'll go with
so
it.
it totally depends on how like you approach it. How much are you willing to make your music unique than others.
Right.
Otherwise, I've seen DJs who would have the same playlist 10 years
Ago,
before, and
yeah.
so that's the thing. But it's all upon you, like how you wanna grow, how you wanna spread yourself. I've seen DJs like some of my friends, they only play their music.
Yeah.
They only play they will play for free. That's not a thing.
But they'll
play their music. They will spread a sound. Like कोई बोल के जाएगा कि नहीं, that was something different. Even if
one
most
person
people
says,
don't like it, but they will play their music, and you will, like, once you start playing your music now, you will find your crowd. There is a crowd for everything, bro.
Definitely.
Like if you start playing techno in a Bollywood gig, no one is gonna listen to it. But if you do the same thing in Goa or somewhere else,
it will boom.
It will boom.
Bro, but I've also seen it's very difficult to market yourself as a DJ. Do you think so?
To be honest, that's the biggest thing right now, because like putting your stuff out through reels, and what the main advantage for the DJs, like if you have made a mix, people will use it in their stuff as well, in their reels as well, you know. So the sounds are also getting popular as well. So
true.
many of the DJs I've seen, like their mixes have gone very viral, as you must have heard this song by Dilbar by Tech Panda and Kanzani. It went so good,
bro,
and it was very different track, not those kind of tracks which are very mainstream, but it hit, and now it's everywhere. So
true.
I guess like promoting yourself as a DJ is the easiest
thing to do
to do right now, but you need to put in the work.
True.
Like if you don't post about your music, you don't be unique, and if you keep doing the same thing, that's not gonna work for you, to be honest.
True. Thanks, bro. Thanks for being on So What's
Next, having me.
It was a very fun conversation. Got to learn a lot of things about being a DJ or a producer, for that matter. And bro, I hope to see you again very soon.
Thanks for having me, Yashas. Big shout out to you.